Low maintenance landscapes. How do you do them? Hey there, homeowners, DIY, and professional landscapers. My name is Hudson. I'm a professional landscaper and have been for the past 15 years. And this evening, I wanted to talk about how you can put in a low maintenance landscape that is going to save you time, stress, and potentially money. We'll get into that one more later. So, the first thing about a low maintenance landscape is that there is no such thing as a zero maintenance landscape. Every landscape requires some little bit of work, some little bit of input from you, and low maintenance ones need a lot of upfront work. However, that being said, once they're put in, generally it's pretty smooth sailing, and the amount of overall work that you have to put in every year is just a little bit less than what you'd have to do if you were working with, say, like an English garden style landscape. Okay, so what we're looking at is what I call a 70s style landscape. This is going to use a lot of spirea, a lot of evergreens, and river rock instead of mulch. Now, I don't personally think that it's that hard to change out your mulch every year or like just add a fresh coat. But for a lot of people, I think that's a hard sell. So that's where a river rock comes in. And honestly, the river rock is where a lot of the expense comes in. So if you want to do a low maintenance landscape and you don't mind doing mulch, that could be an easy win-win for you. So what you're looking at are going from the larger plants down. We're looking at evergreens, we're looking at arborvitaes, boxwoods, whether that's the round form or the pyramid form. And let's see, like lavender, but lavender still requires a little bit of trimming and pruning. Phlox is a great one. And as far as like the tiny ones go, you can do thyme. You can do, oh, it's escaping my mind. There are other small plants. Oh, that's it, sedums. Sedums are very low maintenance and I love them. So if you want really low maintenance, close to your walkway sort of plants that are just gonna be super cute, sedums are the way to go. Okay, so those are some of the plants that you can work with. River rock, I kind of already covered. Instead of putting down mulch, you got to put down like an underlayment, which is called weed fabric. However, it does not stop weeds. So you still have to do weed maintenance even though you have like that weed mat down. So just know that coming into it, you're probably still going to have to put down chemicals. And if you go this route, it's probably going to have to be a chemical unless you want to like throw a ton of salt on it. I guess you could do that. That's what the Romans did to Carthage to keep their plants from coming up through the soil, which history, no, salt was really expensive back then. How'd they afford that? Never mind. Let's not worry about that. Anyways, for you, if you want to go this route, just know that it's not completely maintenance free. So those are my two first tips. And then the last one is just go simple. Just do like a few plants. Don't just do like 2 plants, period, like at either end, and give them enough space to grow up and mature. What you're looking for generally with most landscapes is a 15-year horizon. That means that in 15 years, if you chopped everything down today and planted it, that you'd have to do the same thing again in 15 years. That's industry standard for landscapes. Generally, if the plants get more like bigger than that over the long term, if they go longer than 15 years, it's going to really overgrow the space, which is what you see when you drive down the street and you see that haunted house that looks like it's got an old witch living in it. That's probably a landscape that's overdue for a refresh. So if you're planting your plants, just make sure you give them plenty of space. With most of your hedges or your shrubberies, I would give them at least 3 feet from your house and from each other. And with most of them, I would go a little bit more than that. Boxwoods, I would plant a little closer, especially if you want to make them into a hedge. And arborvitae, do not plant those anywhere close to your home. Same thing goes for blue spruce or pine trees. Those things are just gonna eat your house instead of nicely frame it. So plant those at the edge for a little bit of interest and plant your pyramidal form boxwoods closer to the edge or closer to your house to provide sentries for your walkway and for your garage. All right, that's it. If you have questions about your landscape or if you are wondering how to install, maintain, or even just design your landscape, then I have a free step-by-step guide for you in the link below this video. Go ahead and pick that up. I'll also add a QR code in the corner that you can scan, and it'll take you right to that resource. It's the same steps that I use as a professional landscaper, and it'll save you time, stress, and money. So pick that up, and I will see you in the next video.